Today I'm going to show you how to make pumpkin pie Rice Krispie treats. These are gluten-free, made with natural food coloring, and they're super easy to make. This is the perfect treat to bring to Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, or just make for fun this time of year. So I have my pot here and it's on medium heat, and I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of butter. So we're letting this melt down. 2 cups of marshmallows. Now we're just going to keep stirring this until the marshmallows completely melt. There is nothing better to me than a homemade Rice Krispie treat. It's so much better than what you can buy at the store that's already been packaged, and it's healthier for you. And they're actually super easy to make, and they're kind of a fun activity if you have kids or just want to do a fun baking activity. This is a good one. So we're gonna let those marshmallows just completely melt down. You can see they're already starting to get melty. Stay patient here. So our marshmallows are almost completely melted. This is about what you want them to look like. And now we are going to add in 3 cups of Rice Krispie treats. So I turned off my heat, and now I'm gonna add in 3 cups of Rice Krispies. I'm using organic brown rice crisps that I found at Whole Foods just to keep this recipe a little bit healthier. But honestly, the regular Rice Krispies have pretty simple ingredients, so use whatever you have access to. Gonna mix this up so that the cereal is fully coated. Okay, this looks about good, so now we're gonna bring it on over to our pie dish. So now I'm just gonna transfer the Rice Krispies into my pie dish. You wanna move kind of quickly when you're making Rice Krispie treats, because you don't want the Rice Krispies to set before you have pressed them into your dish. I have a little bit of butter on my hands just so that the Rice Krispies don't stick to them, and I'm just gonna kind of press the Rice Krispies to the edge of the pie dish, because this is going to be our crust part. You don't necessarily have to use a pie dish. You could use any sort of circular pan or just whatever you have at home. You want the crust to be all about the same height and the same width. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just do the best you can. So these are already starting to set here, which is why you have to move somewhat quickly. So I'm just still kind of shaping the crust because I want this to look like a real pumpkin pie. This would be a great dessert for any holiday parties, Friendsgivings, for kids. It's just a really fun little twist on a holiday favorite. All right, this is about good. So while we let this set for a little bit longer, we're gonna make our pie filling. So for the pie filling of the Rice Krispie treats, I have my pot again, and I'm adding 2.5 tablespoons of butter to the pot. Gonna let that melt before adding in my marshmallows. Now I'm adding in 3 cups of marshmallows. Once again, gonna let these completely melt down before adding my Rice Krispies. Now I'm adding in some natural orange food coloring. I'm adding in a little bit of pumpkin pie spice and 4 cups of Rice Krispies. So I'm just mixing this all together again until the cereal is fully coated. Look at how fun and vibrant this is. I can't believe that this is from natural food coloring. So I'm just gonna scoop this right into the middle of my pie. Okay, now I'm gonna press this in. You wanna try to make it as circular as possible. All right, it looks so cute. I'm just gonna set it aside for a few minutes to cool before removing it from the dish. Okay, so our Rice Krispie pie has cooled and set. So now I'm going to just flip it upside down over a piece of parchment paper, or you could use a plate or a tray. Look how perfectly it came out. I'm just gonna flip it back over. Now I'm taking a knife that I just ran under some hot water so that it would slice these a little bit easier. So I'm gonna cut it in half. Now I'm gonna cut each half in half and then cut it into 4. It's already starting to look more like a pumpkin pie. I think these are so cute and fun. All right, here's the moment of truth. It looks like a perfect piece of pumpkin pie. Okay, for the final little touch, I'm gonna add a little bit of whipped cream, just a little bit on each Rice Krispie. Look at how adorable they are. They're the perfect treat to bring to Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, or any sort of gathering this time of year.